So today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're actually starting off today at WonderCon, Anaheim 2023. And then we're also going to cover some Disneyland updates as well too, but I wanted to bring you over to WonderCon so you could check it all out. I haven't been over here since D23 Expo, which was September of last year, so let's get this video started. One of the best things about any con, D23 included, but especially, oh my god, how cool is that? Playing the ocarina, is WonderCon 2. Is just all the people dressed up, all the costumes, the cosplaying. So amazing. So we made our way to the front side of WonderCon, out front, where all of the food trucks are, and of course all the cosplayers too congregate out here to take photos. So for those that don't know, WonderCon is by the same people that put together Comic-Con. So it's by the Comic-Con International Group, and it's basically the same style of event, just a little bit more niche, a little bit more local, I guess you could say. Not as grand as Comic-Con. Of course, not as many releases and exclusives, but certainly a lot of fun things to do, and definitely an amazing crowd of cosplayers.
Hey, buddy.
Is he just waving?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good to see you.
He's singing now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Who knew that he was such a talented singer?
I've never seen an R2.
Whoa!
Oh my.
Finally made it to the back over here. I heard everyone said to go check out the Funko booth. It's a huge fun house. It's Funko and Loungefly together. So I'm headed into there next.
2, 3.
Check out the hitchhiking ghosts. Love the costume. Thank you.
Ryan, would you demonstrate one voice for us, please?
Well, yes, I could do one character in particular who is he's a bit of a character. I took a break from the hotel to be here. Give me a break.
Demonstrate the voice that you know, the one I want you to do, please.
Hello, WonderCon! It is so wonderful to see you all!
So truly the show floor back here is mainly just like a collector's dream. If you collect anything comic book related, pop culture related, the WonderCon kind of like expo floor is the place for you. It's almost like if you've ever been to Frank & Sons up in the LA County area, it's like that, but on like a 10 times larger scale. I'm honestly just having a lot of fun just checking out the different booths, seeing what's available for sale, and also checking out the costumes. So if you ever wanted to experience some of the like Japanese capsule machines, they've got them all over Japan with all the different toys in them. They have them here, so I'm actually gonna try one out. Get a Pokemon one and probably give it to Sonic so you can have it for later when I see him next. Alright, so here's the one we're going with. Got all the classic Pokemon, can't go wrong with any of those. Let's see who we got. Alright, so I opened it up. And I got the Pikachu. Looks like it can't go bad with any of the ones they had because they had all Pokemon. So this will be going to Sonic next time I see it. Well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed that quick little look at WonderCon, but now I'm gonna take the long walk back to Disneyland to give you guys a quick little update on what the resort's looking like, what Toontown's looking like today, and more importantly, if there's any construction or other theme park updates to show you. I'm probably gonna head over to DCA too to look at the San Francisco Square, see if there's anything new there. But I'll see you next when we're back in the park. So I finally made it to Disney California Adventure Park. And check out the construction over here at San Francisco Square. Nothing has really changed. There's a little bit more paint on the bridge, and they finally added actually the anchor points for the big, large pieces that are going to go up. You can see them on either side. But the thing that has changed since the last time we were here is that the bridge is open. So I'm going to walk through it now and show you what that's like. All right, so now you can actually walk through the bridge. You can see these anchor points that have been stuck in here for the large pieces that are going to go up. But now you can walk in. The wood looks the same as it did before. But you can access Pacific Wharf this way. You don't have to go all the way around. Even though the construction's not done on this yet, they still really needed to open that pathway for just traffic flow reasons. So happy to see that open again. And then on this side, let's show you what that looks like. Probably nothing different over here either, but let's check it out. On this side, of course, this is the Port of San Francisco side. Still the construction back there on the Cerveceria, and they've actually added artwork now up on the walls over there that you can see up close on the different things that are coming. So I'll go ahead and show those in just a second. But yeah, you can see the anchor points over here for the large pieces that are going to go up. No visible construction on any of the sign being added for Port of San Francisco either. But let's head over to the Cerveceria and check out the artwork on the wall. So no new artwork over here. They're just showing you kind of the stuff that we had seen in the Parks blog post. You can see there's the bridge and those two large anchor points that we saw that were going to house these big kind of San Francisco Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge style things. And then there was no indication they were going to put up the sign yet either. Then lastly, here's a look at the Port of San Francisco, which we were just looking at beforehand. And you can see here's the Cerveceria. It's like a new beer window attached to the Cocina Cucamonga restaurant, which you can see is still in the artwork, so it's still going to be here. Some new things since the last time I was here, of course, we were talking about how Grizzly River Run's refurbishment was wrapping up. Well, as you can see, the attraction is open now. Look, I actually found an egg there from the extravaganza event. So if you're looking for any of the Easter eggs, if you're doing that Easter egg hunt, don't forget Grizzly, Peak Trail back here. There's one over here. But Grizzly River Run is open now. And of course, ready for the spring break crowds, which have already descended on Disneyland. But one of the best things about Grizzly River Run reopening is this Peak Trail opening back up again. It's one of the best parts of Disney California Adventure Park. Walking back here, you totally never feel like you're in a theme park when you're back here. So, love the waterfall and just kind of escaping the crowds, because not too many people walk back here because honestly there's not too much to see and do for the average person. But if you're just looking for the vibes, this is definitely the place to come. But I think that wraps up any changes and updates over at Disney California Adventure. I just wanted to pop over here real quick first, just kind of get it out of the way, show San Francisco Square, Grizzly River Run. But let's head over to Disneyland now and wrap up this update and show you kind of what it's looking like over there, especially at Toontown. So I made my way over to Disneyland Park, and we're here at Toontown, and I wanted to come back here again to show you one of these things that I left out of the video, which was the magical transition sound effect from Disneyland into Toontown and from Toontown back into Disneyland. So just like Galaxy's Edge, where it has that transitional kind of musical score that they play to kind of signal that you're leaving one space and magically going to a new place, they do it here now at Disneyland. So I'm going to put it on the screen so that you can hear it. So now that Toontown's been open for a little bit, we've seen that this park has just gotten full of strollers, but there's still a big space in the back. People keep forgetting to show that, where the kids can still play. And this is only one of 3 parks in Toontown. So even though it is still mainly used by stroller parking for all of Toontown really and Roger Rabbit, there's still a lot left to kind of play around in. So, and it looks like the fountain's actually open today, and kids can play around in it. It was closed on the opening day when we were there almost the entire day. So it is open, but no one's kind of playing in it. It does splash a lot just on its own. My shoes are getting wet. I don't know if these are going to be little effects later on. I haven't seen it at night yet, but there's like little spouts and things all over it. Man, you get soaked when you're near this. It's gonna be great in the summer. So on opening weekend, they told us that this bridge was supposed to make a bunch of sound effects, but they couldn't get it working for opening weekend. And it was just making creaking noises, but now it's actually doing all the different sound effects when kids walk over it. It's got like 5 or 6 different ones for each plank. It's cool that they got it working. It is a little bit of a warmer day, but still no Donald Duck Pond available yet. The cast members were telling us, oh, look, there's Donald. So maybe they're using it as a meet and greet space while the fountain isn't working. But yeah, the cast member on the first day told us that it wasn't gonna be ready until maybe May. But they are, looks like, using it for a great space to meet Donald. And it's next to his boat, so why not? And catching it again while we walk out. So because the weather's been a little bit windy here in the Orange County area, and I think also LA too, they actually brought down all the scrim around the outside of Tiana's Palace restaurant. So we got a quick little early look at some of the new things that have been added. They have that whole brick facade, which is part of the new restaurant. And some of the building's been painted already. As you can see in the artwork, and I'll put it on the screen, all the brick facade in the front, that's been added already. And that that's gonna be the balcony where Tiana is too. So a lot of changes. I'll get another angle from the back too. And here's what it looks like looking dead on to the restaurant. You can see right here, just for small scale, there's the brick facade in the front of Tiana's Palace. And here it is in person on the big restaurant itself. So they've actually done a lot of work. And we're getting a little early look at that because the scrim came down due to the weather. But they'll put it back up as soon as the wind is not in the forecast and continue working on this. But Disney did say this is gonna open this year. So they're making some pretty fast progress on this edition. And if you are a Magic Key holder, don't forget to come over here to Big Thunder Trail back here to get your artwork from Asia Ellington. She did that other great art piece that we got that they were distributing over by It's a Small World when it was closed. And here's this new one now after it's open, also by Asia Ellington. She's such an amazing artist. I love her stuff. You can see Mickey and Minnie camping. You got Huey, Dewey, and Louie back there. Awesome piece. And you can pick this up while supplies last over here in the Big Thunder Ranch Trail area behind Big Thunder Mountain. And lastly, I wanted to film the final portion of this update video over here in Critter Country. As I wind down the day, wanted to show Splash Mountain. Now, a lot of rumors came up just today while I was filming this video this morning. The Orange County Register posted an article incorrectly posting a date of when the attraction was going to close. Like a lot of other blogs for other things in the past, like Tarzan's Treehouse, they went solely based off of Disneyland's operating hours calendar that shows refurbishments and things like that. Well, the Disneyland calendar doesn't get updated as often as it used to. And sometimes people rely on this to get information on when attractions are opening, when they're closing. So I would just wait for this attraction specifically to either just close and the walls show up, or for Disney to announce something. But with how crazy the closure was over at Walt Disney World, I can't imagine they would announce a closure super far out and allow that same craziness to happen here, which might be a little bit worse here, to be honest, since there's a lot more locals here than at Walt Disney World. But they were erroneously saying that it was going to close on May 6th or May 7th. I forget exactly what day they said, but Disney was quick to say no, this is not true. And the Orange County Register had to update their article. So we don't have a date for when it's closing. However, I would assume that it's safe to say it probably is going to close sometime before the summer season. So if you're wanting to ride Splash Mountain, make sure you get on it probably before summer. They still need to be able to work on this attraction and change it over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which opens late next year. So, and then, you know, you can see that the whole top of that mountain has to come off. So there is a lot of work to be done on this attraction, but I'm still confident they can get it done with the amount of time that they have. So we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds. But I would say if you're coming in June or July, I would just say not to assume that this ride's going to be open. But hey, we could all be wrong, and it could be open through the summer. You know, Mondo's been saying that too. So we just don't know. But let's go ahead and make our way out of Disneyland now. as we wrap up this update. Okay, that wraps up this update video for today with a little bit of WonderCon 2023 thrown on to that. Hope you guys enjoyed that little adventure over there. It was a last minute thing for me, but I was excited. I went, I was able to hang out with some friends, so it was a lot of fun. But if you liked this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment below, and definitely share this video with your friends. And if you want more content, you can always subscribe to this channel for additional content. I've got lots of playlists on there, so you can start wherever you'd like. In addition to that, there's the podcast, the 5571 podcast, available on all podcast platforms with new episodes every week on Mondays or Tuesdays. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.